Okay, so what in the world does a $10 million gamble on a rookie NASCAR driver have to do with, well, the future of winning? We're about to find out because this story shows how data is completely changing the game, not just on the racetrack, but pretty much everywhere. $10 million. I mean, just let that sink in. For a single 30-second ad. That's the price you got to pay to get into the Super Bowl ad club this year. We're talking about one of the most exclusive and, yeah, one of the most expensive advertising slots on the entire planet.
But, the really interesting part, the company buying this ad, it's not who you'd think. It's not some huge movie studio or a big soda brand. Nope, it's a tech company. And they're placing this massive bet on a NASCAR champion who's making his first ever TV commercial. So the big question is, why?
All right, to really get what's going on with this gamble, we've got to look at who's involved. Let's break down the key players at the starting line.
So first up, you've got Jesse Love. This guy is the youngest champion in his series, really the face of a whole new generation of drivers. And his sponsor? It's a company called Samsara, a data and tech firm. Think about that. Not a motor oil company or a car parts store, a tech company. And they're making their big splash on the biggest stage you can find, the Super Bowl.
Okay, so that brings us to the $10 million question. Literally, what kind of message is so important that you'd spend that kind of cash to share it with, over 100 million people?
Well, the whole thing boils down to a surprisingly simple idea. Even champions need a coach. That's it. It's this concept that no matter how good you are, no matter how talented, the right kind of guidance can always push you to be even better.
And that is exactly where Samsara comes into the picture. See, they're the ones providing the race team with real-time feedback, with tons of data from past races. They're basically acting as a digital coach. So they're not just a sticker on the car, right? Their tech is woven into the team's strategy, always hunting for that tiny little edge that makes all the difference.
And Jesse Love, the driver, he connects the dots perfectly. He points out that the very same technology that helps him shave a fraction of a second off his lap time, well, it's also out there helping the professional drivers who deliver our goods and services, the people who keep our whole economy moving every single day.
But here's the thing. This ad isn't just about popping champagne and celebrating a win. It's really about pulling back the curtain on the brutal reality and all the insane hard work that goes on long before you ever see that finish line.
Yeah, just like Love says, winning isn't really about that one moment of glory. It's forged in what he calls the grind. We're talking about those endless, grueling hours of prep, of poring over data, of coaching, all of it, just to find that one tiny advantage.
And that grind he talks about? Oh, it is absolutely real. I mean, just look at his recent roller coaster ride. 1 minute, he's a champion, he's on top of the world. The very next, his hopes at another huge event are just gone, shattered in a crash. It's a perfect example of the crazy highs and devastating lows in this sport. And we're not talking about a small bump. This was a severe crash, a really violent flip, as analyst Bob Pockras reported, that took him right out of the competition. It's just a brutal reminder of the constant danger and the incredibly high stakes these guys face every time they get in the car.
But listen to his response, because this is what really shows you the mindset of a champion. He's not defeated, not at all. He's learning. He gets it. You have to respect the challenge, you have to analyze what went wrong, and then you use that information to get better. That right there, that is the coaching mindset in action.
All right, so after dropping $10 million on one commercial, you have to wonder, right? Is this just a one-time flashy move, or is this the beginning of something much bigger?
Well, it is clearly not a one-off. At the same time they announced the Super Bowl ad, Samsara also revealed that they're actually doubling down, significantly increasing their investment in Jesse Love and his whole race team.
They've officially renewed their deal to be his main sponsor for a whole bunch of races in the 2026 season. This is a huge signal. It shows they have this deep belief not just in Jesse Love the driver, but in this whole new data-driven approach to winning.
So this all brings us to the real bottom line. What is this $10 million ad really telling us about the future of competition? Not just in racing, but everywhere.
What we're watching here is a major fundamental shift. For years and years, winning was all about a driver's raw talent, their gut instinct. But now, the winning edge comes from a whole new formula. It's about combining that human instinct, which is still crucial by the way, with the power of real-time data and digital coaching. It's talent plus technology.
Look, this whole story is so much bigger than just one driver or one TV ad. It's really a sneak peek of where every competitive field is going. The new frontier isn't about man versus machine. It's about how well we can partner with data to push our own human limits. So the question it leaves for all of us is this. As data becomes the co-pilot in everything we do, where are we going to find our next human edge?